evening of February 9th, 2004, a young nursing student was driving through the snowy roads of New Hampshire. Just after 7 p.m., her car crashed on a quiet stretch of Route 112. A nearby resident stopped to help. She appeared calm. She told him she had already called roadside assistance and that everything was under control. He drove back to his house and contacted emergency services anyway. When police arrived only a few minutes later, Maura Murray had disappeared. Her car remained at the scene. The keys were gone. The driver was gone. And more than 20 years later, nobody knows what happened that night. This is the mystery of Maura Murray. Who was Maura? Maura Murray was a 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. She was intelligent, athletic, and known by friends as quiet but determined. Like many college students, she was balancing school, work, and personal challenges. In the days before her disappearance, several unusual events caught investigators' attention. She had been involved in a minor car accident only days earlier. Then, on February 9th, she emailed her professors and employer, saying there had been a family emergency and that she would be away for a week. Investigators later confirmed there was no such emergency. That simple email would become one of the biggest unanswered questions in the entire case. The journey north. Later that day, Maura withdrew nearly all the money from her bank account. She purchased several alcoholic beverages from a local liquor store. She packed clothes, school books, and personal belongings into her black Saturn sedan. Then she began driving north. Where was she going? To this day, no one knows for certain. Some believe she planned a short getaway. Others think she wanted time alone. There was no confirmed destination, only questions. The crash. At approximately 7:27 p.m., Maura lost control of her vehicle on a sharp curve in Haverhill, New Hampshire. The crash was not severe enough to trap her inside. A school bus driver named Butch Atwood stopped to check on her. According to his statement, Maura appeared shaken but not seriously injured. He offered to call the police. She politely declined. She insisted that help was already on the way, but investigators later found no evidence that she had contacted anyone. After returning home, Butch called 911 himself. Only a few minutes passed before officers arrived, yet Maura had vanished. The search police immediately searched the area. Her vehicle was abandoned. Inside were many of her personal belongings. Search dogs followed her scent for a short distance along the road. Then the trail suddenly ended. There were no clear footprints leading deep into the snow, no signs of violence, no evidence of a struggle. It was as though she had simply disappeared into the night. Hundreds of volunteers later joined massive search efforts. Forests were examined. Nearby rivers were searched. Helicopters scanned the surrounding wilderness. Despite years of investigation, no confirmed trace of Maura has ever been found. The theories. Over the years, countless theories have emerged. One possibility is that Maura accepted a ride from someone passing by after the crash. If so, that person has never been identified. Another theory suggests she wandered into the woods to avoid police and died from exposure. However, repeated searches failed to locate any remains. Some people believe Maura intentionally disappeared to begin a new life elsewhere. Investigators have never found evidence proving that theory either. Every explanation seems possible, yet none completely fit the evidence. Why the case still matters. Maura's disappearance became one of the most discussed missing person cases in American history. Documentaries, podcasts, books, and online investigators have spent years examining every detail. New tips occasionally surface. Searches continue from time to time. But every lead eventually reaches the same conclusion. No answers. Ending. More than 2 decades have passed since that freezing February evening. No arrests have been made. No suspect has been charged. No one has been able to explain exactly what happened after Maura Murray stepped away from her damaged car. Did she leave voluntarily? Did someone pick her up? Or did something happen in those few missing minutes that changed everything forever? Until new evidence is discovered, the disappearance of Maura Murray remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. If you enjoy true crime documentaries and unsolved mysteries, subscribe to Psycho Lyco, because sometimes the darkest mysteries are the ones that never find an ending